Hi guys, so it's travel day finally. So we're going to Disney World for 2 weeks to celebrate my dad's 50th birthday alongside Disney World's 50th birthday. Staying at Heathrow Airport tonight in a hotel, which is quite unusual for us. We normally wake up at like 3 in the morning and drive and get a taxi to the airport and just go, but we just wanted one less thing to stress about, so we're going the night before, which actually has worked out better in the end because, as you may know, they've changed the rules from having to do a test 3 days between 3 and 1 day before to it having to be 1 day before you travel to the US. So we're getting a test this evening at the airport, which is going to be stressful because can you imagine if we get all the way there and one of us tests positive and it's like we're all packed, like so yeah, if we all like it getting there with all your stuff and just being like, great, gotta drive home. So I am just packing my suitcase. Got Dobble to play. If Hudson or my cousins will play with me on the flight, maybe. And I'm just trying to sort out my liquids. Thank goodness that's coming up as negative. I don't have any symptoms or anything, but honestly, I think I just with the Omicron at the moment, it's obviously literally everywhere. Like this, although it's like the second year of it, this is the first time that I've my dad had it a few weeks ago, which has also been really confused. So all of us managed to not catch it, so none of us. So Hudson, my mother, and myself didn't catch it from dad, even though we obviously live with him. But that has been drama because if you have COVID within 90 days, you're not supposed to do a test to travel. You're supposed to, well, we don't know. We think you're supposed to do a proof recovery, but there's so many contradicting pieces of information, like on the government website, on the airline websites, saying that everyone needs one. Others saying that if you've had COVID within 90 days, you just need proof of recovery. So that's going to be interesting tonight or tomorrow, whether that's something they accept, because if not, I don't know what we do, because we haven't booked Dad for a test. But I guess if we get there tonight, that's one good thing about staying the night. When we get there tonight, we can ask whether he can definitely use that, and if not, I'm assuming they can fit another test in. Again, fingers crossed. Stress. And actually, more on that, Verifly, which is what I think most airlines are using for travel now to verify your COVID vaccinations and negative test results. We can't do that because Dad is using a proof of recovery, which, although that has a QR code, Verifly as of at the moment. So we're flying out on the 17th. 17th. So they haven't got that option yet. And I spoke to their help centre, and they said that we just have to do all of that information manually at the airport. So we're going to have to join the longer queue of people who haven't done Verifly, because the app doesn't yet accept proof of recovery. So yeah, and also it says on the BA website you can't check in without doing Verifly, but we're hoping that's not true, because then we can't check in online. But I guess it doesn't matter, because we're going to have to go up to a desk anyway for them to check all of our COVID things. So it's just all been really complicated and contradictory, and we've just had so much stuff to fill out. I hope it's worth it. I hope if the stress doesn't feel worth it at the moment, but that's obviously because we're not there. But as soon as we're flying, then it'll feel worth it. So I'm just on hold trying to book our seats, because because we couldn't complete the Verifly stuff, we couldn't check in online, because that needs to be all done before you can check in online, and you need to check in online before you can book your seats within that 24 hours. So some helpful salesman is trying to do that for us now. So we have managed to book our seats. The lovely man on the phone, I think it's done it for us. It's not showing up on our actual information yet, but hopefully if it's on their side then it'll be all good. We're not all together, it's a 3 and then a 1 in front. But I don't think we expected to get 4 all together anyway within the 24 hours before we fly. So that's absolutely fine. So we are all ready to go. We're just waiting for the taxi now. 20 minutes. You ready to go?
Yeah.
So we're at the airport now, but we're having major stress because they're saying you need a test as well as the proof of recovery, and nowhere's accepting bookings. Like, they're all fully booked, so they're basically saying Dad can't fly. But we're trying to see what will work, whether we can get a signed letter from a doctor beforehand emailed to us, but then they're saying that if it's electronic it doesn't count. I don't know, but we're trying to sort it out at the moment. It's very stressful. It might be looking like a few of us will be flying another day or not going, but not good vibes. So Dad's getting a test at the hotel now. We think it's a lamp test, which is accepted. Me, Mum and Hudson have all come back negative, thank goodness. We're struggling to get a QR code now though, but I mean that's another kind of drama. That's less drama, that's easier to sort out, I think. But yeah, I think he's getting a test now. Hopefully he comes back negative. He's taking quite a while though, I'm not sure what's going on, but stressful. I think this is maybe just saying don't travel during COVID. Right, so we're in the hotel. Dad's done a test. I'm just doing a tour, Hudson. Oh, this lighting. So we're in the hotel, Dad's done a test, hopefully it's fine. But the hotel room is very nice. Oh, the bathroom's not. So this is, as you walk through, this bathroom just here. There's the front room, side room. So I'll go this way. It's a sofa pull-out bed for 2. Little sofa there. Got a nice, very nice area to do your makeup and stuff. And tea and coffee. A little sitting area. TV. Little mini bar. Some cokes, waters, Actimels, beers. Little bottle opener. I'm gonna pull that out a bit. And wine cooler and glasses. Got I think that's a DVD player and a speaker. Another TV. And then the view. Can't really see, but it's like the it's car park. We can't see the planes, but not bothered about that. And then this is the main bedroom. Another big mirror and desk. Nice recliner chair. Big TV. And then finally the bathroom. So how amazing. It's got a spa, shampoo, body wash, body lotion, conditioner, oh fabulous, cleansing bar, little funnel, earbuds, little nail file. I don't even know what that is. And some little cotton pads. Oh, a razor and shaving cream. And then a toothbrush. And then a lovely Oh, it's very zoomed. Bath, some more soap, towels and a robe. In the shower. That's everything. And we found out that the little mini bar is complimentary. So we're all checked in, Verify accepted everyone's passes last night, but we didn't get any QR codes, so I had to do it all manually. Sorry, Dad's drying his hair. So that was a bit long, but it was easy to do, and it was all accepted, and we've checked in, we've got our boarding passes, apart from Hudson, which I'm assuming because he's under 18 or whatever. So yeah, now we're just up and having a cup of tea before we head down for a continental breakfast, and then we'll head and check our luggage in. Ground or one?
Ground.
So we're at breakfast and they've got a little toasting station. Everything here full English. Oh, amazing. Some Thai meats.
Cheese and mushroom. Definitely.
Is that just
higher than the others?
Yeah, the Virgin one that I saw was like literally right outside the window, really low.
The other ones were almost hitting the trays.
We made it through customs and we're now going and looking around G3. Very cute Harry Potter shop. Just finished watching all of the Harry Potters again, all in a row. They're on Sky for the month of December. Just gonna get some itsu, I think, to have on the flight. I don't really fancy it now, but I feel like it's a nicer option to have on the plane. Oh my god, how adorable. That's so cute. But yeah, I think it's probably a nicer option to have on the plane. But the two people next to me might not enjoy me sushi that. So we got some edamame, snack on, and then some salmon sushi with some ginger, pickled ginger. Perfect. Oh, have you not left?
We went through the fast security that we've been in and out in about 2 seconds, but somebody decided to carry a full-on pair of scissors back.
We are on. Here's Mum, Dad, and Hudson. Yeah.
Oh, you can watch any movie. Yeah. But they're just always on new releases. Literally 6 movies.
No, there's loads. If you go on comedies, there's loads.
Down here as well.
So my 2 people next to me didn't turn up. So both threes have a gap now, which is very nice and handy. Dad said obviously this is like good karma for how bad last night went. So also I'm sorry to the people that obviously tested positive for COVID. Chicken pie, Christmas pot, caramel pot and water. And earlier we got brought round pretzels and a drink.
Trainers.
So we're just trying to find the gondola now, just to get our bearings and to stay awake a little bit longer. Yeah, we're just wandering around the resort. As you just saw, we had a pizza. Well, Hudson and Dad had a pizza. I had a slice, Mum had a slice. So I'm really not hungry at all. Like, just from sitting on the plane and didn't even eat loads of food, but I think just being sat down in the same position, and even if you just eat a little bit, you just feel like it just really fills you up. This is just, the theming is so cool, it's so photogenic. We'll hopefully get some very cool, oh, they're showing Santa Claus. Very cute. Blue, and that's really random. I haven't seen any other Disney characters. How lovely. We're just so happy to be here. I'm kind of just like shocked at the minute, like it hasn't sunk in at all. Like it's been just such a stressful like 2 days, and like yeah, I'm just so happy that we're here, and yeah, just can't believe it. So we found the gondola entrance. It's kind of just behind the pool. Fun. So we found the gondola entrance. It's kind of just behind the pool. Fun. That's so scary when you're actually on it. Oh, that's horrible. There's no light. Well, we aren't going to have a choice, Hudson, unless we leave Epcot or Hollywood before 5 PM every day.
It's really weird, isn't it?
Oh. Yeah. That one says 9.
Yeah.
All of the buildings looking quite similar. It's confusing as a bit. But we're inside a Rubik's Cube right now. Ooh, trippy. So I'm just by the pool, and I thought I would do a rundown of all of the flight information, because I imagine everything I said was a bit chaotic. So we'll start off with before the holiday. Dad got COVID a while ago, like maybe a month or so ago, but obviously that counts within the 90 days of NHS saying not to have a test, and that you can use proof of recovery. But on BA it says different things. It says proof of recovery and a negative test, or just proof of recovery. And we rang 111 or 119, whatever the COVID helpline is, and they said proof of recovery is enough and that you don't need a signed letter from your doctor with the NHS stamp. So that's what we did. In hindsight, we should have just booked Dad a test anyway. From the differing things we've heard, it would have been better safe than sorry, because when we got to the airport, the place where we had our tests was fully booked, and they said BA said they definitely wouldn't accept Dad on the flight with just his proof of recovery. But apparently that is just BA, so that's not actually like a law or like a rule generally. BA's rule is that you need a negative test or proof of recovery and a signed letter from a doctor with like the NHS header or whatever and a stamp. And so this was huge stress. We were all searching all the different places in Heathrow that you could get tests, and none of them were on the same day. And meanwhile, thank God, we never ever fly. We never ever stay in a hotel the night before. We always wake up at like 4 a.m. and fly on that day. Thank God we decided to do that. This wasn't even really to do with COVID. This was just like we wanted a little less stress of getting up at 4 a.m. So thank God we did that, because if we arrived at like 9 a.m. and found out this information that Dad needed the test, he wouldn't have been here. And also, it's not like none of us could go. Like me, Mum and Hudson would still have to go, because otherwise our insurance wouldn't cover us. So thankfully, Sofitel, is it Sofitel or Sofi Hotel? What is it? Sofitel. The hotel we were staying in, Sofitel, which we can't recommend enough, not just for this bit of information, but the nicest hotel we've stayed in. And the service was excellent. We had breakfast included because we stayed in a suite, but if not, it was £20 a person. But it'd be worth it because they have such like everything you'd want for breakfast. They have like full English. They have they had like salmon. They could do omelettes, whatever omelette you want. They had yogurt, fruit, pastries, cereals, literally anything you want. Pancakes. But yeah, and the service was incredible. But they had a COVID testing centre. Dad was trying to ring them, but on the call line, he was 35 in the line for about 2 hours, barely moved. So after we'd tried everything at Heathrow and after we'd all completed our tests, like me, Mum and Hudson, we just went to the hotel to check in, and Dad went to Halo, which is the testing centre there. And he walked straight up and they were like, yeah, we've got tests. It's the LAMP tests though, which is new. We hadn't heard of it. And Hudson checked on the BA website and they accept them. So literally, thank God for Sofi Hotel or Sofitel, because if we weren't staying there, we wouldn't have known about Halo, which is the service that got Dad his test. So we are so grateful, and the service was amazing. It was brilliant. Like, yeah. So after all this, when we got to the hotel, Dad did his test. He then got his result. None of us got sent a QR code, so I had to do verify manually. I had to put in the exact time, etc., for each person. And then that was pending. So I actually had a really bad night's sleep because I just kept waking up every hour thinking, has it gone through? Then finally at about 6:45, I was like, I'm just going to get up and check. And it said that they were all verified. Woo! So that's how we made it here, thank God. But yeah, now I'm going to go for a swim it's 8 p.m. So that'll keep me awake. And then I'll edit this vlog. And I might try and upload it because obviously some of this information could be very, very relevant for a lot of people, because we had no clarification on Dad's issue of him having COVID recently and the fact that he could present a false positive. BA wasn't clear. Honestly, we were talking to different BA people at Heathrow some of them had absolutely no. One woman was like, you can't do an LFT for Air America. LFT doesn't count. It does. It was so bad, and she also said, oh, if your test comes back positive, just don't tell them. And I was like, do you understand how this works? Firstly, you don't have a choice whether you tell them or not. Like, it's automatic. Like, you can't get on the flight unless it's negative. And what kind of advice is that to give to someone when you work for BA and you're just not great? But whatever, we're here. So I'm gonna go swim.